is when there's a big sales pitch. It's real
Oh,
hard sales tactics. And the
yeah,
sales are not just getting you in the dojo, but once you're in the dojos, now you got to pay more money to
right.
be a part of this or that. There's always these additional fees. It's like leasing a car instead of buying one. You know,
Yeah,
you lease it and then there's an additional fee, an additional fee, an additional fee. And then when you turn it in 2 years later, there's more additional fees. And that
yeah,
to me is always a clue that it may be, and I don't want carte blanche, but with all these, well, except for the no touch, that for sure that are physical and sexual abuse. But that's a sign that you may be in a McDojo where the person's
yeah,
more interested about money than about
yeah,
teaching. And
yeah.
I don't have anything, but by the way, I have nothing wrong with somebody making a successful martial arts,
No,
yeah, school. But when
I
they do
don't
those
think you
things,
can go in a hole as an instructor. I don't think that you should, by any stretch of imagination, go in a hole.
right?
You know,
Yeah,
like you're paying, like you're having to pay your rent and your heating bill or whatever other kind of finances comes up. All that's coming out of your pocket because you're not making enough money from students to take care of that. I don't have an issue with that. And I don't have an issue with putting a little bit of money in your pocket because, it's your time. You're taking your time and doing something. But when you're getting filthy rich off of people, that's whenever I have an issue. When you're just getting rich off of
right.
students. You got so many students coming in and you charge such an outrageous amount of money. They're paying for your multi-million dollar building or, you know, paying for your Lamborghini that's sitting outside or something along those lines. I have an issue with that.
Your first priority has to be I care about my students.
Right.
Now it's okay to make good money off that, but I care about them students and they come first. And it's
And
one
there's
thing,
a difference in saying that you care about your students
right?
and actually caring
Caring about
about your
right.
students.
So like you and I have never, and I know this about you, I have never turned someone away who can't afford it.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
may they may wash the mats in the
Yeah.
dojo after every class.
You
Uh,
can earn it. It's
you can
not
earn
going
it.
to all come free.
It's not going to come free,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to turn you if you can't afford it. And I've had a couple people who can't afford it. They
Yeah.
can't, and you've met one of them, and I don't want to give his name. I don't want to
Yeah.
embarrass him, but he's a black belt now.
Yeah.
Can't afford it. Basically taking care of the home, 9 siblings, a
Yeah.
mother, no dad. He couldn't afford it, but he had this desire where he kept bugging me. Okay, I'll take you in. And guess what? He would. Hey, I need it, and he is so
Yeah.
loyal to this day. By the, and you know that. If there's
Yeah.
something I need him for, even though we live in different states now, he's there.
Yeah.
He'll be there. And there's nothing wrong making money, but you've got to really, like you said, you got to not say it. You got to really care about your students.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a difference in saying, that you care about your students and you actually are caring about your
right.
students.
Yes, exactly.
Talk
Yeah,
is cheap.
talk.
If
You're
if
right.
you can't back it up with actions, then
Right. Yeah.
you're not worthy. Well, I always tell everybody, my brown belts and my black belts, I'm protective over my school and very
Right.
protective over my students to begin with. But I am extremely protective over my black belts and brown belts
Right.
because I know what they had to do to get
To
there,
get there. Right.
you know,
Yep.
and it wasn't easy
It
for them.
wasn't easy. No.
And because of their dedication to me and their dedication to the style to get to the point to where they are, the least that I can do is give them my dedication back to them in return.
Right, right. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. But you sometimes it's not like that in some of these schools that's out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
have I have two more. So this will be a longer session than what we've had. I'll maybe break it up into two different part one and part two. The other one is now we'll have a caveat. So I'm going to say it and then I'll give the caveats. The instructor never spars. Now, caveat: the instructor has a medical condition, maybe permanently disabled, because you get to an age or a condition
Yeah.
to where you can't spar anymore. I mean that you're 72 years old, you're not going to spar anymore. Uh, but beyond medical conditions, extreme age, or disability, the instructor never spars. What's your ideas on sparring with students? I mean,
Well, mine has changed a little bit over the years. Over the years, when I first became a black belt, it was like everybody's got to go through me. We're going to spar.
right,
You walk in this dojo, I'm going to fight you.
right,
You know, Um, and then I guess over the years, as I got more rank and started to understanding more the in depth of instructors, like your black belt instructors, your first through your fourth degree, what their responsibilities are, your fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth degree, their responsibilities, and your ninth and 10th degrees, and so forth, like that. Um, and just for the mere fact, like what you said a little while ago, when you get, a certain age, you just don't go the way that you used
No,
to
you
when you
can't.
were young.
You can't.
So my philosophy at my age, and I'm not old by any stretch of imagination, but I mean, my God, I have, well, anybody that knows me, I do have a lot of things that I deal with from day to day, broke bones, arthritis, just different medical conditions and stuff like that. But at my position right now, um, I guess it's more important for me to, when somebody comes in there, to teach them how to fight and fight them and run them through drills and teach them how to move, and then watch them, me back off and watch them fight somebody else. Now, I still will do, private one-on-one type things,
Right.
especially with black belts and stuff like that, where we'll get in there and we'll fight, we'll fight for a couple minutes or something like that. And then we'll back off. We'll discuss the good points, the bad points, hey, let's fix this. How about trying this when you set up? And then we'll go at it again, and trying to work on it. Then we'll back off and we'll talk about it some more, stuff like that. But as when it's, uh, the dojo class as a whole, like our classes are normally for everybody on Tuesday and Thursday nights. On Tuesday and Thursday nights, I don't go in there and get my workouts on Tuesday and Thursday nights anymore. I go in there and teach them how to do it and watch them and make corrections on them. That's not my time to get better. That's my time to make my students
Right.
better.
Right.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
know, my time to get better is if we meet outside of normal class times. Like, hey, Soki, can we meet up and can we work on this or that? Yeah, I don't mind whatsoever. And on Wednesdays now we have like what we call an advanced training from green belts and up. We go in there and we work on different things. It's nothing formal. It's very informal. Sometimes people are in there in shorts and t-shirts, and we're just working on different things and different concepts and so forth. And if somebody wants to do something then we'll do it. Um, I've got a female black belt that came from Taekwondo's third degree from Taekwondo that's cross training over into us, and she has already went through all of our Q grades, and she's getting ready to try and take our black belt test. And she asked me the other week, she said, can we get some one-on-one, just you and I, and you help me with my fighting? I need to get my fighting up where it needs to be. And can we just, you and I get in here in a controlled environment and you help me with my fighting? I said, absolutely.
Right.
We can do
Yeah.
that all day long.
All day long.
I don't
Right.
want to do that
Yeah.
whatsoever for you,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and we're going to do that. But, used to back when I was first, second, and even third degree black belt, it was like, everybody put your pads on,
Right.
and I have my pads on and I one at a time. Okay, I'm done with you. Now next one.
Yeah.
And it was all about me getting all this sparring time in,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I just like to fight so much.
Right.
And I
Well,
wasn't giving my students as much sparring time as what I was
right.
getting for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. That's the other side of the coin. The people who never do it and the people who it's all about them, they're doing it too much. I think
Right.
hopefully with age comes wisdom and you learn
Right.
it's about the students. Yeah, as I get older, that's why I gave the caveats. If there's a medical problem or
Right.
age, then you back off. Because as I'm,
Right.
I'm 61, I'll be 62 here in 2 months, which means Soki will be older too, because his
Yeah,
birthday's
just a
right
little
before
bit.
mine. And
Yep.
but as I get older, I spar a lot less and let them spar
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But I still will spar, but it gets harder. But I do have a problem when I see these instructors who are in their 20s and 30s or early 40s and they never
Yeah.
spar.
And they never want to do anything.
They don't want to do anything right. They don't spar it at all. You mentioned something else, so I'm going to add this one because it's something I've talked about informally, but I didn't write it down. Cross training. I always am leery of an instructor who doesn't advocate students to participate in tournaments, even if it's not their thing, the point tournaments or whatever it is, seminars or cross training. Now, I will say this: I won't encourage my white and yellow belts and orange belts to do that type of stuff. If you're a novice, maybe tournaments, but cross training, let's get some basics down first. But once you're at a certain level, a mature level, not even advanced, you're just a mature level. Yeah, go cross train a little bit. Go to hey, there's a seminar, especially if I know the instructor and he's good. But he's not my style. Yeah, hey, go. As a matter of fact, you have, and we both done it, but you've done it a lot. You've brought many people from many different styles to your dojo on your own dime, saying, hey, take my class for the day or for the afternoon and teach them. And you let them teach things because you want to open them up. And I think a McDojo, they don't want you to see anything else because I think they're egos and they're afraid you'll leave.
Right.
If that makes any sense. But
they're
I think
afraid someone's going to show them something that you couldn't show them.
You couldn't show them, right. And then they're afraid people leave. But if you're secure in yourself, you'll open it up. And if someone leaves, okay, someone left. By the way, I've never had a student leave for another school that I've brought that instructor in or seminar I've taken them to participate. Because I think inside they go, well, my instructor's pretty secure. I'm going to get him, plus I'll get these other things because he's going to send me to them anyways or bring them in. But I think when you hide it, either you're going to get a cult following or you're going to get people to leave. One of the two, so that's the other thing you brought the cross training. I think cross training is important at the right time. I don't think as a white belt, it's a good time to cross train personally. You got to get some basics in. But by the time you're a good solid green belt, at least for our system, and I think most systems, you're a good solid green belt. Yeah, I'm going to take you to seminars. I'm going to bring people in. Now, of course, if we bring somebody in, even the white belts get that.
But also bring legitimate people in too.
Right, that's the thing, though. We don't bring Thomas Cameron.
No.
Or the guy from New Jersey with that school with all those black belts. No, we bring legitimate people in, but they're from different systems and styles. We've had people from, I've had people from everything from Kyokushin, Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. I've had people come in from Taekwondo and Tunsido. It's just not all Kido Kimeru or one of the other black belts that we may have. I want them to see other things. And then, if it works for them, good.
Right.
It's great. But always when I meet these instructors who are leery of that, that's a sign to the consumer if he's leery of that. All right, I've got this other one. If the instructor has, and I put secret knowledge, it's almost like Messiah knowledge, like an Ashita Kim. So actually, I did have one more video. Let me see if I think I got it. And to kind of make my point that if you got somebody like this, you may have a problem.
Or what's his name? The guy that wears sunglasses all the time.
Dukes. He's supposed to be levitating here.
One thing he's doing is raising his knees up off the floor.
I know. Watch this. He's trying to show his levitation.
You never did pull it completely underneath him.
No. It doesn't even sound like a gunshot.
He's not even moving fast enough to move out of the way of one of my punches. That's less than a gunshot. That is beyond hilarious. I tell you,
Oh,
if you are dumb enough to fall for some crap like that, you deserve everything you get.
right. And that's where the consumer has to be take some responsibility. It's not a
Right.
gunshot. He's a fraud. He's obviously not levitating.
Mm.
Yet there are people who believe he's doing those things.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
You're
most
one of
people,
them.
I think most people know he's not. Now, this is going to catch you. I've met a guy in Abilene, Texas, who's a black belt. Well, when I met him, he's a black belt first dan in ninjutsu. And how he got his first dan was in one of these correspondence courses with Ashita Kim.
Correspondence course.
You see that from Ashita Kim and people like him, and I just go like, how can anybody fall for it? I don't know. You have any thoughts on that, Soki?
It's just, I mean, dude, it is just literally beyond me how, and I know that I don't know, ignorance is not always a reason for what you do. I mean, you've got to also apply some common sense. But I just do not understand for the life of me how anyone, especially in this day and age where you can research so much stuff online, how anyone can fall for some of the crap that is out there.
Right.
I mean, and I tell everybody, I don't care who you are. When you approach me, whether you walk into the dojo, whether you see me out somewhere or something like that, and you stress interest that you want to start practicing, I don't let people walk in my dojo and automatically practice at first night. Just walk in and say, hey, I'm here. I want to start practicing. I don't let them do that. I tell everybody, I'm like, you probably need to sit down over there and watch a class first because I don't want you wasting your time and I don't want you wasting my time
Right.
because this is Hollywood karate. It's not what you probably think it is. This is the real world. People gets hit in here. People hits in here. We do real training in here, and so forth and so on. And I just tell them, you just need to sit down and watch a class. And if I had any advice to give to anyone, I would tell you to do that no matter where you went and
Right.
to
Yeah.
sign up for a class or sign your kids up for a class. Sit down and watch one and then apply some common
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if it looks like it's something out of a Hollywood film or, some kind of crap like that, it's probably not legit,
Right. Yeah,
you know?
I think you said the operative word there. I have always told everybody if they want to come to the first class and participate, they're welcome to. But I advise them, you may want to watch a class or two.
Yeah.
Now, that's when I actually am teaching a class. If someone just wants to work out me personally, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go work out. But they want to come to a class, and usually I find people who come from other styles want to just jump right in.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
tell them, I'm
Yeah.
like, you may want to watch one first. And
Yeah.
because I'm a little different in the way I do things, and I'm also selective.
Right.
I can afford, and I don't go by your talent level. I go by your hard work. So I just
Yeah.
want to put that out there. But I mean, you saw my dojos were never big. I was like, yay, no, no, yay.
Mhm.
And the people
Yeah.
I say no to, I'll help them find a place that would go for them. I tell them that. I know many instructors will get you somebody that will probably be good for you.
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit I won't be good for you, but I'm not good for you if you don't want to put out the work. And I'll be, by the way, I'll be seeing you pretty soon. If
Yeah.
just telling the audience that Soki's coming here to Arkansas. We have a brown belt, and who's going for his black belt in Goju, who's also going for his black belt in Kido Kemeru.
Yeah.
And then we
He's gonna have
have,
a tough 2 weeks.
yep, and then we got another black belt coming in who is with us in our kickboxing, but now he's also going with us into Kido Kemeru, and he's going for his
Yeah.
black belt in Kido Kemeru. So we've got two people that are going to be training. They're going to be working. They're going to be doing a lot. I would say young men, but I think Tom's our age. He's older. I think he's a year or two older than I am. And
Is he really?
yeah,
I thought he was in his mid to upper 50s, but I
no,
wasn't sure.
he's one of those guys who always looks the same.
Yeah.
I mean, if I show you when you get here, I'll show you old pictures of him, and you're like, has he even aged? I
Yeah.
mean, it's just
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, and it's just it's what in the world? It's just like he doesn't age.
Yeah.
He's got one of those. I guess one of those genetics. You're like, he's like the same weight. He's the same
Mhm.
hair color. There's no gray hair. You know, he's got
Yep.
the same mustache. You know, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's like he dresses the same. You know,
Yep.
it's he hasn't aged. It's just like, man, the Lord bless you with some good genetics. I mean, gee, many
Yeah.
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I didn't get those genetics. For the
I
audience to
didn't
know,
either.
when Soki and I were first met each other, I guess I'll put it that way. I had hair.
A head full of it.
I had hair. It's gone now, so I've changed. I was like
Yeah.
I think I was a buck 50 in weight, and I hover between 200 and 210, depending if it's football season or not. Summer, I
Yeah.
tend to lose a little bit of weight. I lose good 10, 15 pounds. And then wintertime, I tend to put it back on. I think
Yeah.
because in the winter, even though I'm working out, you know, I'm watching football, watching more TV, snacking, things like that. But it'll be great to see them, and it'll be great to see you again, brother. Looking forward to it. So, you have any last words for us, Soki?
I'm good, brother. It was another enjoyable time. I really enjoyed it
Okay,
today,
yeah.
as usual.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. I'll get this in a post production and put stuff out, and we'll have one out on Tuesday and probably in another one on Thursday. There may be a two-parter because I think we went over an hour
Yeah.
this time. So
Yeah.
we'll go. All right. To our audience, thank you so much for joining.
Yes.
Please subscribe, hit the button, tell people about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell everybody else to subscribe.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah,
talk?
we can't. No, I can't either. We can't wait to have you join us when we finally go live. So please,
Yep.
please join and watch the channel and ask questions and make comments.
Yes.
We've had a couple. Please feel free.
Send us some questions.
Send us some questions. Yeah, send us some comments.
Tell us what you want to hear us talk about too.
Yeah, yeah. We're coming up with ideas. We got many of them. We can go forever, but we want to answer your questions. So great
Yeah.
idea, Soki. Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
All right. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you later, brother.
Talk to you later, brother. Bye bye. Us.